We are the underdog of the favorite team. The last minute penalty shot to win the tournament. The whole image training montages. Many people love to glorify playing field, cheer for favorite team, and play sports. But here's the question: should we be so obsessed with sports? Is play sports actually as good as they make it be, or just an entertainment pastime? What does science have to say? First of all, it's well accepted that exercise is good for body and mind. That's definitely true. Exercising, especially when we are young, has all sorts of health benefits, like setting your bone, clearing your back cholesterol from arteries, and decreasing the risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Our brain also releases a number of chemicals when we work hard, endorphin. These natural hormones, which control pain and pleasure responses in the central nervous system, can lead feeling of euphoria, or what's often called adrenaline high. Endorphin, consistent physical activity in general, can help you focus on improve your mood and memory. So that means we get much more as we had going to the gym 5 days a week as good we could join the team I'm competing. Well, here it gets interesting. Because each time when you can find sports and team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits beyond physical and mental pain exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of these come from the community experience of being a team, thus learning to trust and depend on others, accept help, give help, and to work together a common goal. In addition, commitment to and doing something fun also make it easier to establish a regular habit of exercise. Sports participation has also been shown to reduce the risk of suffering from depression to the over years. Meanwhile, your self-esteem and confidence can get boosted. There are few reasons for that. One of the found is training. Just by walking and working at skills, especially if you're a good coach. You enforce a growth mindset within yourself. That's when you say, even I can find something today, I can prove yourself your qualities and ability eventually. That mindset is useful all for life. And then we return to Syria. One of the most transformative long-term benefits of playing sports is resilience of coming to long-term defeat to resilience and self-awareness necessary to manage academic, social, psychical, and other. Your team is winning all the time, although there's a real benefit to your experience. Now, not everyone will enjoy these sports. Perhaps one of them is too competitive or competitive or not. You should take time to find sports to raise your strength. That's completely okay. But you spend some time looking. You'll be able to find a sport if your individual needs, and if you do, there are so many benefits. You'll be part of a supported community. You'll be building your confidence. And you'll be exercising your body, and you'll be enjoying your mind. Not to mention having fun. The victory of the underdog of the favorite team. The last-minute penalty shot to win the tournament, the high-energy montages. Many people love to glorify the victory on the playing field, cheer for favorite team, and praise sports. But here's the question: should we be so obsessed with sports? Is playing sports actually as good as they make it to be, or just fun and entertainment pastime? What does science have to say? First of all, it's well said that exercise is good for body and mind, and that's definitely true. Exercising, especially when we are, has all sorts of health benefits like strengthening our bones, clearing our cholesterol from arteries, and decreasing the risk of stroke, high blood pressure, and diabetes. It also releases a number of chemicals including good endorphin. These natural hormones which control pain and pressure responses in the central nervous system and lead to a state of euphoria, what often called Ranan's high. Increasing endorphin and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen your focus and improve your mood and memory. So does it mean we get just as much benefit going to the team 5 days a week as we could join that team and competing? Yeah, so it's interesting. No, no, These natural hormones, which control pain and pleasure responses in the central nervous system, can lead to euphoria, what is often called a runner's high. Increased endorphin and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen for focus or improve your mood and memory. So does that mean we get just as much of a benefit going to the gym 5 days a week to join a team and competing? Here, it's interesting. It turned out the natural hormone, which control pain and the pleasure responses in the central nervous system, can lead to video euphoria, which is often called the runner's high. Using endorphin and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen your focus and improve your mood and memory. So does that mean we get just much of a benefit going to the gym 5 days a week as we could join a team and competing? Here, we can the hormone, which control pain and pleasure responses in the essential nervous system, can lead to feeling euphoria, or what's often called a runner's high. Increasing endorphin and consistent physical activity in general can sharpen your focus and improve your mood and memory. So does that mean we can jump some of the gym going to the gym 5 days a week with you could join our team competing? Where here where it gets interesting. Because standard that if you can find a sport and team you like, such show that there are all sorts of benefit that goes beyond physical and mental fitness. Here where it gets interesting, because the run that if you can find a sport and team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits that go beyond physical and mental benefit exercise alone. Some of the most significant physiological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of them from the communal experience and being a team, since it also depend on others to accept help, to give help, and to help get together with a common goal. Where here it gets interesting, because it turned out that if you can find sports and team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits beyond physical and mental benefit of exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of them come from doing to experience being a team, and depends on others, to accept help, to give help, and to work together towards common goal. Where here where it gets interesting, because it's turned out that if you can find sports and team you like, studies show there are all sorts of benefits that beyond the physical and mental benefit of the exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits in short and in term. Some of them most from minimal experience of being team. For instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to accept help, to give help, and to go together towards a common goal. Well, here we are get interesting, because it's turned out that if you can find sports and team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits that go beyond the social and mental benefit of exercise alone. Some of the most significant are psychological benefits, both in the short and long term. Some of the doors to the familiar experience of being a team. For instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to expect help, to give help, and to work together towards a common goal. Well, here we are get interesting, because it turned out that if you can find sports and using you like, studies show that there was sorts of benefit that go beyond the physical and mental benefit of exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of these from individual experience and doing your thing, instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to accept help, to give help, and to work together as a common goal. In addition to commitment to a team and doing something fun, also easier. Here will get interesting, because it's turned out that if you can find support and him you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits to give beyond physical and mental benefits of exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of them come from the commuter experience of being a team. For instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to accept help, to give help, and work together for a common goal. Well, here they get interesting, because it turned out that if you can find sports and team you like, studies show that there are all sorts of benefits that go beyond the social and mental benefit to exercise alone. Some of the most significant psychological benefits, both in short and long term. Some of those went from the familiar experience of meeting, for instance, learning to trust and depend on others, to expect help, to give help, and work together towards a common goal.